Haya, hello, tuingie class. Ya disa barakudi siku mento ya dibidisi. Hello. Tuingie. Tumalizie hii kitu. Inaitwa mixtures. Mixtures. So in mixtures, yesterday we learned about equation of circles. Sasa leo tutasoma mixtures and we will be done with paper 2. Sasa tuanze kufanya revision. We are going to do some questions. I hope you can clearly see. There are some questions I want us to do. We will do them selectively for the purpose of learning the basics. So we are going to do some questions. Let us do this question. So we'll first start with number 12. 3 grades A, B, and C of rice were mixed in the ratio 3:4:5. The cost per kg of each of the grades A, B, C were 120, 90, and 60 respectively. So we have 3 grades of rice. 3 grades. The grades we have grades A, B, and C, and we have the mixture. But we are being told grades A, B, and C were mixed in the ratio of 3:4:5. So they were mixed in the ratio of 3:4:5. That had a ratio of, so if you want to know the ratio of the mixture, we are going to add the 3. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 plus 5 is 12. Joash is equals to 12. Then the question reads, tuendelee. The cost per kg of each grade A, B, and C were 120, 90, and 60. So the cost per kg, that is the cost per kg, was 120, 90, 60. So the cost of A was 120, the cost of B was 90 shillings, the cost of C was 160. But we don't have the cost of the mixture. So we can say the cost of the mixture Let it be K. Let it be K shillings. Then the first question reads, determine the cost of 1 kg of the mixture. Determine the cost of 1 kg of the mixture. 1 kg of the mixture. 2 marks. So for us to do that, we are going to come here and say we have the cost, the ratio, and the cost. So we are now first going to determine what we call the total. And for us to determine the total, we will take 120 multiplied by 3 is equivalent to 360. 90 multiplied by 4 is equivalent to 360. 60 multiplied by 5 is equivalent to 300. Then 12 times k is equivalent to 12k. So for us to get the total cost, it will be 360 plus 360 plus 300 is equivalent to 12k. Is equivalent to 12k. Then we can use a calculator and we will get 360 plus 360 plus 300 will be equal to 1020 is equals to 12k. Then for us to get the k is the cost of the mixture. The cost of 1 kg of the mixture. So you divide both sides by 12 by 12. K is equivalent to 1020 divided by 12, which is equivalent to how many shillings? 85 shillings. Therefore, the cost of 1 kg of the mixture is equal to 85 shillings. Is equivalent to 85 shillings. Then question B leads. Question B inasema Question B inasema the selling price of 5 kg. Calculate the selling price of 5 kg of the mixture given that the mixture was sold at 8% profit. So we are supposed to determine the selling price of 5 kg. The selling price of 5 kg given that the percentage profit was 8%, 2 marks. So for us to determine this, we will first take the cost price of the mixture. The cost price of the mixture was equivalent to 85 shillings. And if the cost price is 85 shillings, it simply means that 85 shillings is equivalent to 100%. That is the buying price or the cost price. And if a profit of 8% was made, it means that the selling price was 108%. 108%. So we are going to cross multiply to get the selling price. So our selling price will be equal to, that is the selling price of 1 kg mixture will be equal to 108 times 85 divided by 100. And we are going to take 108 times 85, then divide by 100, we will get 91.8 shillings. 91.80 shillings. 91 shillings and 80 cents. That is the selling price of 1 kg. The selling price of 1 kg. So for us to determine the selling price of 5 kg, we will take the selling price of 1 kg multiplied by 5. And when we multiply by 5, we will get 459 shillings. 459.00. We can say 0.00 shillings. That is the selling price of 5 kg of the mixture. The selling price of the 5 kg of the mixture. The selling price of 5 kg of the mixture. So that is question example 1. Let us proceed to example 2. Let us do another example. Nataka tuanze na zile example simple na si kusema kuna zile complicated. Aya, so you have done this one. We've done this one. So I want us to do another sample. Let us do this first one. Akinyi bought maize and beans from a wholesaler. She then mixed the maize and beans in the ratio 4:3. She bought the maize at 21 shillings per kg and the beans at 42 shillings per kg. If she was to make a profit of 30%, what should be the selling price of 1 kg of the mixture? So copy that question quickly. Akinyi bought maize and beans from a wholesaler. So Akinyi bought maize and beans. So that is example 2. So example 2. This one is Akinyi. She bought maize and beans. So she bought maize and beans. Then we have the mixture. So the ratio of maize is to beans is 4:3. 4:3. Na tukasema kama hii ratio ni 4:3, then ratio ya mixture itakuwa nini? The sum of the two. 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. After we get that, then we are going to check out on the cost per kg. So for the cost per kg, itakuwa she bought the maize at 21 shillings. You can see she bought the maize at 21 shillings per kg. So the maize per kg was 21 shillings and the beans was 42 shillings. But the cost of the mixture we don't have, that we can call it K. We can call it K. Then we are being told to find the selling price. But before we find the selling price, we should first find the buying price. So our total will be equal to 21 times 4, 84. 42 times 3, 126. 7 times K is 7K. So for us to find the cost price, it will be 84 plus 126 is equals to 7K, where we will get 84 plus 126 is 210. 210 is equivalent to 7K. We'll divide both sides by 7 and we'll get our K is equivalent to 30 shillings. So the cost price of the mixture, the cost price of 1 kg mixture is equals to 30 shillings. Is equivalent to 30 shillings. Is equivalent to 30 shillings. So when we get the cost price as is equivalent to 30 shillings, we are going to now find the selling price. The question reads, she bought the maize at 21 and the beans at 42. If she was to make a profit of 30%, what would be the selling price? So tunafaa kujua the cost price 30 shillings is equivalent to 100%. So kama alikuwa make profit ya 30%, ni kumaanisha anafaa selling price yake iwe 130%. and when we cross multiply we will get 130 times 30 over 100 itakuwa nini? Itakuwa 39 shillings. The selling price should be 39 shillings. So the selling price of 1 kg mixture is equivalent to so tuendelee. We have that our selling price will be equal to 39 shillings. 39 shillings. So we can try and do another one. Let us do this one. This one. Number 6. That is our example number 3. Example number 3 inasema a dealer has 3 grades of coffee. A dealer has 3 grades of coffee. A dealer has 3 grades of coffee. So akona grades 3 za coffee. Tuko na 8. Mr. Joash. Yes, no, I don't have. Sahi hata niko live. X, Y, Z. That is the coffee, the brands of coffee. Then we have the mixture. So we have brands X, Y, and Z. Then tunaambiwa grade X costs 150 shillings per kg. And grade Y costs 160 shillings per kg. And grade Z costs 256 shillings per kg. The dealer meets the ratios in the ratio of 5:3. So tuko hapa na mbili. Tuko na a dealer has 3 grades of coffee X, Y, and Z. Grade X cost 150. So kwanza tuende kwa ratio. Ana meets ratio ya 5:3. Hizi mbili peke yake kwanza. Then the cost per kg is, the cost for X is 140. Yes? Ndakuja. Sawa sawa. The cost of Y, the cost of Y is 160 shillings. So they are mixing in the ratio of X and Y. So tunaweza kuja hapa kwanza tuseme mixture. Juu hapa hatujatajua Z kwanza. Na itakuwa grade Y cost 160 and grade X cost 140. The dealer mixes X and Y in the ratio of 5:3 to make a brand of coffee which he sells at 180 shillings. So hii mixture iko na ratio ya 8 na ndio tunaambiwa hiyo mixture anafanya nini? Anauza 180. So selling price ya mixture, selling price ni 180. So hatuna buying price, bado tutatafuta K. So kwanza tukuje tuseme total. So kwa total itakuwa nini? Itakuwa 140 times 5, 700 plus 160 times 3 ni 480 Nayo 8 times k ni 8k. So 700 plus 480 itakuwa 1180 is equivalent to 8k. So for us to get the cost price, which is k, we'll divide both sides by 8 and we'll get our k is equivalent to how many shillings? 1180 divided by 8, which is 147.50. 147.50. 147.50. After tumepata hiyo, what we are now going to do is, hii ni buying price or the cost price. The cost price is 147.50 or the buying price. The selling price is 180 shillings. So the question is asking, calculate the percentage profit. So how do we find the percentage profit? Percentage profit is equivalent to profit over cost price times 100. Profit is equivalent, percentage profit is profit over buying price or cost price times 100. So for us to find the percentage profit, itakuwa our profit is 180 minus 147.50 over, that is the profit selling price minus buying price, over the cost price, which is 147.50 times 100. Mr. Joash, yeah, nikupatia earphones.
Oh, hata nilikuwa nafikiria nimezima hii kitu kikitoka.
Haya,
nilikuwa na haraka.
Endelea kuwaza. Divide by 147.50 times 100. 22.03%. Hiyo ndio itakuwa percentage profit ya hilo swali. Percentage profit ya hilo swali. So let us do the second part, B. So tumemaliza A, tufanye B. I'm hearing some music. Kwani wanafunzi wako wapi? Josh? The dealer makes a new brand by mixing the 3 grades of coffee in the ratio. So hii part B tunaambua the dealer ana make a new brand by mixing the 3 grades of coffee in the ratio of X is to Y, which is 5 is to 3, and Y is to Z, which is in the ratio of 2 is to 5. 2 is to 5. 2 is to 5. So for us to determine the ratio of X, Y, and Z, tumeambiwa tutafute ratio of X, Y, and Z in its simplest form. In its simplest form, tutakuja hapa to multiply hii ratio ya hii side, tutaimultiply na hii hapa, tutaimultiply na hii 2, na hii hapa tutaimultiply na hii 3, juu y ni mara mbili. So itakuwa 2 times 5 ni 10, hii ni X, Y, and Z. 2 times 3 ni 6, 3 times 2 ni 6, na 3 times 5 ni 15. So 6 and 6 we can just pick one or find the midpoint. 6 plus 6 divided by 2 will remain to be 6. Therefore X, Y, and Z will be equal to 10 is to 6 is to 15. That will be the ratio in its simplest form. And when you do that, you will get your 2 marks. You will get your 2 marks. Hiyo tutakuwa tumemaliza hivyo. Wacha niisako na kalamu nyingine. Sasa tuendelee. Tunaambiwa the selling price of the new brand if it has to make a profit of 30%, if it has to make a 30% profit. So what we are going to do here, tutakuja tuchukue brands or the grades, tuko na X, Y, and Z. The ratio ni 10, 6 na 15. The cost per kg ni cost ya X ni 140, cost ya y ni 160 na cost ya z ni 256. So hapa tutakuwa tunatafuta nini? This is not nini. Inasema the selling price yeah. So hakuna hapa, hatujaweka mixture, sorry, hatujaweka mixture. So mixture tutaadi hizi zote 10 plus 6 16, 16 plus 15 ni 31, itakuwa 31. Then hatuna cost price ya mixture, itakuwa k. Yes, so tukipata hiyo itakuwa total ni 140 times 10 ni 1400, 160 times 6 ni 960, 256 times 15 ni 3840 na 31 times k ni 31k. Then tuziweke pamoja, itakuwa nini? 140 1400 plus 960 plus 3840 is equivalent to 31k, is equivalent to 31k. So to add zote 1400 plus 960 plus 3840 itakuwa 6200 is equivalent to 31k. Divide by 31, divide by 31, and we will get our cost price as 200 shillings. So the cost price of 1 kg of mixture is 200 shillings. But the question says tunataka to make profit ya 30%. So what will be our selling price? So our selling price itakuwa nini? Our selling price itakuwa our selling price itakuwa 130 over 100 times 200. 130% over 100% times 200. So itakuwa 130 times 200. Selling price itakuwa 260. Na tukifanya hivyo, hizo marks zote unapata 8 marks. 8 marks. Hizo zote ni a total of 8 marks. A total of 8 marks. So tumefanya hiyo. Haya, hizo ziko sawa. Hata wewe wacha nikupatie, tufanye hii ya kutafuta ratio. Tufanye moja ya kutafuta ratio kabla nikupatie maswali. Hii 2 types of flour X and Y cost 60 shillings, 72 shillings per kilogram respectively. The two types are mixed such as the cost of a kilogram is 70. So tuko na 2 types of flour. So hii ni another example. Don't know whether it's example 4. So we have 2 types of flour. We have X, we have Y, and we can say we also have a mixture. So we can say in this case, let the ratio be X, acha iwe X, ratio ya ingine iwe Y, ratio ya mixture iwe X plus Y. Then tumepewa the cost. the cost of the mixture. Here is the question. I don't know whether mlikuwa mshaandika swali. Two types of flour, X and Y, cost 60 shillings, 72 per kilogram also, respectively. The two types are meats such as the cost of 1 kilogram of the mixture is 70. So the cost, yeah, X ni 60 shillings. Na ingine ni 72 shillings. Na ingine ni 70 shillings. So tumeambiwa tutafute nini? Swali linasema calculate the ratio X is to Y. Calculate so tutakuja tuseme total. Total itakuwa nini? 60 times X ni 60X plus 72Y is equals to, is tutamultiply pia. Tukimultiply iwe 70 into bracket X plus Y. So tukiadd itakuwa 60X plus 72Y is equals to 70X plus 70Y. 70X plus 70Y. So we can now put the right terms together. Tulete X side moja na tupeleke Y one side. Tukifanya hivyo tutakuwa na 60X minus 70X is equals to 70Y minus 72Y. Tukisubtract 60X minus 70X tutapata negative 10X is equals to 70Y minus 72Y itakuwa negative 2Y. So hapa tunaweza cancel negative kwanza, tubaki na 10X is equals to 2Y. So hapa tumeambiwa tutafute ratio. So the best thing to do here, tulete X na Y side moja. Tulete X na Y side moja. So tukileta hii X na Y ziwe hii side, tutadivide hapa na 10Y. Mbona na 10Y? Ili tubaki tu na X na Y peke yake side moja. Na hii side pia tu divide na 10Y. Ili tukicancel 10 na 10 tubaki na X na Y. Nayo hii side nyingine Y icancel na Y, tubaki na X is equals to 2 na Y is equals to 10. So X over Y is equals to 2 over 10. Yani in short ni kusema X over Y is equals to 2 over 10. Kwa hivyo our X is equals to 2 and our Y is equals to 10. So our ratio X is to Y itakuwa 2 is to 10, which can be simplified into by 2 1 by 2 5. Kwa hivyo the ratio of X is to Y will be equal to 1 is to 5. 1 is to 5. 1 is to 5. So by doing so, can give you trying to check one sample of a question. Aha. So tuko pamoja. Fanyeni hii. Fanyeni hiyo. Fanyeni hiyo namba 13. Nimeonyesha kama hiyo. Andika hapo. Hii inafaa iwe BC ni 1:2. 2014 paper 2 number 17. Fanya hiyo. Find the ratio ABC. Changamkia hiyo mbio. Fanya hiyo haraka haraka. Fanya hilo swali. Ifanyeni munipatie jibu. Haraka haraka. Tumefanya swali kama hili. So I know you can be able to do that question. Are we done? Are we done? Are we done? Tumalize? Tumemaliza? Mniambie hapo kwa comment tukimaliza ili tulifanya pamoja. Maliza hiyo. Are we done? Tumemaliza? Tule kagi. Tumemaliza? Are we done? Are you sure it's challenging? Habiba Aden, umepata nini? Umepata nini? Umepata nini? Juu unaambiwa a painter dealer mixes 3 types of paints A, B and C in the ratios A is to B ni 3:4 and B is to C is 1:2. The mixture is to contain 168 liters of C. So kwanza umeambiwa utafute ratio. So ratio tukasema hapa utamultiply na hii 1 na hapa utamultiply na hii 4. So itakuwa A is to B is to B is to C. Itakuwa nini? 3 is to 4 is to 4 is to 8. Kwa hivyo A is to B is to C ni 3 is to 4 is to 8. Correct. Hiyo ya kwanza iko sawa. Haya. Ya pili tunaambiwa the mixture is to contain 168 liters of C. So part B, ratio ya A is to B is to C ni 3 is to 4 is to 8. Na tunaambiwa in the number of liters mixture so swali linasema find the required number of liters of B. Haya, mixture yetu iko na total ratio ya 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 plus 8 is 15. Inafaa kuwa na ratio ya 15 mixture yetu. So tunaambiwa mixture yetu iko na how many liters? Iko na liter 168 za C. Za C. 168 liters of C. Kwa hivyo unaulizwa find the required number of liters of B. Find the required number of liters of B. How do you go about that? Already unaambiwa hapa iko na 168 liters. Habiba Aden umepata nini? Umepata nini hii ya pili? Yes. So ebu angalia hapa. Umeambiwa kwa hii ratio ya 8 ndio iko na 168 liters. Kumaanisha 8/15 ndio iko na 168 liters. 8/15 the total ndio iko na 168 liters. Tumeulizwa B. Find the required number of liters of B. B iko na ratio ya 4. So what about 4/15 itakuwa na kiasi gani? So itakuwa 4/15 times 168 divide by 8/15. Na hiyo itakupatia nini? Hiyo tumia calculator, usishinde ukifanya nini nyingi. So B itakuwa na 84 liters. B itakuwa na 84 liters. So endelea na part C sasa. Proceed with part C. Tushapata B ni 84 liters. Proceed with part C. Can you? Unaweza kuproceed na part C? Unaweza kuendelea na part C? Question. I think you can now proceed with question nini C. Jorede tuko na ratio 3:4:8. Proceed with part C. Tushapata B. Tumepata 84. So fanya C. Good one. Aha, fanya C. Fanya part C sasa. Yote. Part C. The cost. Cost ni 140. Percentage profit ni 30. Nyingine ni 175. Correct. Correct. Iko sawa. Iko sawa. Kama iko sawa basi tunasema iko chonjo. That is very good. Mfanye hilo. Alafu mfanye swali la 2025. Hapa kuna la 2025. Copy hilo la 2025. Sikufanyii maswali mengine sasa. Andika hilo la 2025. Andika hilo la 2025. Hiyo kazi tunamaliza hapo. I'm giving you 5 minutes, 3 minutes to andike so that I can make an official announcement. Tuandike hilo swali. Andika hilo swali. Kama umemaliza kuliandika, hello. Hello learners. I hope you are doing well. I want to make an official announcement concerning that from tomorrow we will now embark to our revision. As we said that we will now be revising paper 1 mathematics and paper 2 mathematics because we are approaching the mocks. So kindly ensure that you tune in from tomorrow henceforth. We are not going to be live streaming via Zoom. We are not going to be live streaming in YouTube. We are going to be using Zoom. So we are going to use Zoom because it has a variety of features like sharing the screen and also sharing some of the papers that we really need to use so that we can revise for KCSE and also for the mocks that are just right ahead of the corner. So please be tuned in. If you have not registered in Top Grade Academy, ensure you register. Once you register, you are going to benefit from the premiums of Top Grade Academy, which are not within the scope of YouTube, but they are more incorporated within the school itself. So from tomorrow onwards, we will now be using Zoom because we will now be working out on calculations. Later, once we now advance in terms of YouTube features and live streaming that can enable us to share even when live streaming that is in YouTube, we are going to use those resources effectively. We are still working out on that, but in the meantime, we are going to display our work using Zoom and we are going to revise using Zoom. Have a blessed evening, have a blessed night. If you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, ensure you click the subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell. Remember, this is Top Grade Academy, where we turn confusion into clarity. Have a blessed evening. Have a blessed night. May the Almighty Lord bless you.